Welcome to another edition of AUVSI's Weekend Roundup, where we point out some stories from the week you might have missed. Brian, I think I have one extra than you, so I will go first. The FAA has denied a request to extend the comment period for the remote ID rule, which expires on March 2nd. So if you want to have a comment, you better go ahead and get it in. I just checked a few minutes ago. There are 10,344 comments, and a lot of them are pretty negative. So the FAA is definitely going to have its work cut out for it.
Definitely will. Big story this week. An urban air mobility company called WISC has announced that it's partnering with the New Zealand government to launch a transport trial in New Zealand. And the trial is designed to test UAS and will utilize WISC self-flying all-electric taxi known as Cora.
Sounds pretty cool. I'm looking forward to those things.
Yeah.
In South Dakota, in the legislature, a drone hunting bill has made some progress. It's already illegal in the state to hunt from an aircraft, so the bill's sponsor just wants to make sure that that's the case for a drone as well, in which case they wouldn't necessarily shoot from the drone, but they would use the drone to find the animals or whatever. But you can't do it, so don't.
Some more international news. A Nissan car recently completed a 230-mile autonomous trip in Britain. The trip is considered the longest, most complex trial by a driverless vehicle in the UK, and it included roads with no or minimal markings, junctions, and roundabouts.
Roundabouts can be confusing, especially on the left side of the road. Disney, now you've mentioned this before, Disney has built this robot that looks like, well, they dress it up like Spider-Man and they put it on a big crane and then it flips around. So that will be coming soon to the Disney California Adventure in California. So you can look up and see a robot doing things that a human either couldn't do or couldn't do for long, or could be dangerous if they did it. So Disney already uses drones in Orlando for the Star Wars exhibit, so this is really nothing new for them, but robotics branching out into live entertainment.
Might have to take a trip to California to see though. Last item for me. In Germany, a UAS startup called Wingcopter, along with Merck and the Franklin University of Applied Science, recently completed the first flight of a new drone delivery trial. The trial is designed to test the benefits of using drones instead of trucks and other road vehicles for moving small cargo between two physically separate office facilities, and the flight covered approximately 15.5 miles, carrying samples of pigments from Merck Lab to its headquarters.
Some pigments, so I hope they don't crash and paint up things. Last one for me. In Japan, in Tokyo, a robot bartender has started doing its work. So it's just a robot arm that mixes drinks. Well, you can't tell it your troubles. It doesn't care. So before you say, oh, they're taking bartender jobs, in Japan, which is a very aging society, it's hard to find people to do these jobs. So the robot can at least help out in the short time and hopefully mix a decent drink. So that's what we have for you this week, and we look forward to seeing you next week.